Introducing the next Vice President would be Jared. Christian Reed is off for detour vacation now.
Greetings, fellow Americans. I'm here today in place of our presidential candidate, Christian Reed, who is overseas with the troops, but his plane got delayed. This is of a national emergency. So, I, in his son's behalf, Vice President Derek Van Deventer, will be in his stead. I would like to thank everyone who is part of my party, and for everyone who has helped me here today, and my parents, and Miss Simmons.
Woo!
Environment. Want to have a very healthy ecosystem by educating the public about recycling? Experience has shown that in caring for land and water, prior ownership is the most effective way of conscious stewardship. Whereas most damage has occurred under government control. Efforts to reduce population, such as encouraging recycling, educating the public, and avoiding electrical damage has been successful, which guarantees continued support by the American people. However, we need a drastic change in the attitude of Washington officials, a shift from a job-killing, punitive mentality to a spirit of cooperation with producers, landowners, and the public.
Woo! Yeah.
We need more rules to protect the environment. As an example, Congress should reconsider where parts of the land holdings and control could be given over towards private ownership, where there would be more rules and regulations to protect the environment. The healthcare reforming legislation process so that ends with lawsuits abuse against the doctors. It is a lot easier for someone to say they would sue it, as it is easier for an insurance company to pay them off than fight the lawsuit in the court. This in turn drives up the price of health care. To that of Obamacare was never really about health care, though its impact on health care is disastrous. From its start to its wall power, and the power has been driving this country into the ground. It is a known fact that the government-run healthcare can lead to impetuses that is what we have here. It is raised costs, and the focus is more so to doctors' Congress benefits the people's Congress benefits than the people's benefits. We should supply for the immigration. We should supply the border with greater utilities than necessary to secure the border. Refine the immigration system so that it's safer and more humane. A plan that will help structure the needs of national security. If you wish to be an immigrant, then you do it legally and with lesser and more humane restrictions to become a U.S. citizen. More immigrants will have opportunity to join the nation. Republicans wish to cut programs, but we wish to cut unneeded programs. Democrats like to say, we will cut children programs, elderly programs, and the infirm. This is, however, not true. At the top of the list of Republicans to cut is Obamacare, and has an extremely negative impact on every single American life.
Sure has.
Woohoo! Democrats like to spend money. How else would they be in this economical instability we are in? The Democrat Party said they would bring us out of a recession, which they did. But what they didn't say was they were going to put the economy in another economic resonance due to our massive spending. Which, that is what they are doing right now. And at the end of the term, the likelihood of the American people entering another recession is higher than high because they do not know how to spend their money wisely.
No, they don't.
Yeah. The Republicans will supply a budget that will follow the budget, that budget. There will be no need for cuts to education and to the elderly programs. Why we cut these programs anyway? Ask the Democrats why. Starting only now after we are all in this debt and after they cut everything to spend on Obamacare, and since it has been passed, they now focus on education. We have to believe that into education, a world-class system of primary and secondary education with the high standards could help reform and support the students even further. I also believe that parents should be empowered to their children, to their school by choice. By live the same way, we defend the option for homeschool and for vigilant enforcement of laws to help the student help protect the family rights and privacy in education. Students should not be compelled to answer offensive or intrusive questions. The last is that the taxes, spending, and federal deficit. It is a fact that in the United States Constitution, all men should be created equally. So why is it that we should tax the rich more than the middle and lower classes? A classic democratic argument is they have more to give. What they don't understand is that riches are humans too, and that all should be created equally. Taxing them is not of that equality. This is Presidential Vice President Derek Vadier signing out.